Once again, we sit in the web that was Spider-Man in the mid-70s. In this issue, we meet a new foe for Spider-Man, and you have to wonder why it took so long to have him face a villain with the name Tarantula. Welcome back to Kevin's Commentary on Comics. Today we are taking a peek at Amazing Spider-Man number 134, Danger is a Man Named Tarantula. Once again, this is brought to us by writer Jerry Conway and artist Ross Andru. Originally published in July 1974. We start this one off as we often do with Spidey swinging somewhere, but this time we see that he's wearing his infamous web backpack, so we know he's going to be changing soon. You pick up on things like this when you've read Spider-Man for as long as I have. Now sure enough, Spidey changes back into Peter Parker and races for a boat that he's about to miss as he, Mary Jane, Flash Thompson, and the recently reintroduced Liz Allen, she came back in issue 132, when her stepbrother, Molten Man, went on a rampage, are going to enjoy a day on the boat. They get on the boat and immediately Peter's Spidey sense goes off. Now he thinks maybe it's those suspicious looking men, but nah, they're just tourists. He must be tired, and why wouldn't he be, as we get a recap of the last few issues of where he stopped Aunt May from marrying Doc Ock, escaped an exploding island, got Aunt May to her friend Anna Watson's apartment, then battles the Molten Man and meets up with Liz Allen, who he hasn't seen since high school. Now, before the boat gets too far, guess what? Those guys weren't tourists after all. They're actually the henchmen, Hidalgo and Juan, for the Tarantula, and they have taken over the ship. So Peter slips away to change into you-know-who, but before he can get up there, some guys try to take on Tarantula and learn about those pointy boots he has on. One of the guys falls overboard and Spidey swings down to save him. He gets him up on a bridge and Spidey starts to go back to the boat but discovers he is out of web fluid. Oh no! He has to get back to the ship, but before he can do that, he's got to run to his apartment to reload on web fluid. Unfortunately, he's a bit careless here and Harry Osborn, his roommate, sees him swing away and realizes that Peter Parker is Spider-Man and it was Spider-Man who killed his father. Dun dun dun. I had to wonder why, though, Peter's spider sense didn't go off when Harry was around. Maybe Pete was so concerned with getting back to the boat he just didn't feel it. Yeah, that'll work. At the Daily Bugle, the mayor calls J. Jonah Jameson and says that the Tarantula is asking for $1 million in ransom, and for some reason, the Bugle has to foot the bill for this. Huh? Is this normal? Can a mayor ask a private business to do that? Something seems fishy about that, and certainly Jonah is not thrilled. Back at the boat, Flash Thompson jumps into action, and you know what? This makes sense. Today, Flash is a double amputee, but is also using the Venom symbiote as Agent Venom and cruising around the universe with the Guardians of the Galaxy. The dude has always been a hero. Well, except for when he was constantly bullying Peter Parker back in high school. Anyway, the Flash doesn't get very far with the bad guys, but that's okay because Spider-Man returns via helicopter and takes out Hidalgo and Juan in a pretty easy fashion. Unfortunately, while he's doing this, the Tarantula manages to stab at Spidey's leg with his boot spikes, and that alone probably hurt, but these things are dipped in some sort of drug and Spidey immediately feels the effects. He does manage to knock out Tarantula, but falls to the deck of the ship only to find a gun pointed at him. And who's holding that gun? Well, it's none other than the Punisher. What the what? Zowie! We have our second appearance of the Punisher, so I'm guessing that Conway didn't create him as a throwaway character like I pondered a few episodes ago. So he's back. I'm Kevin, and that was my commentary. What did you think of the Tarantula? Like I alluded to at the top of the program, why did it take so long for Spidey to fight a villain with that name? I'm not sure, but I guess there could have been some copyright issues because wasn't there a DC hero named Tarantula a long time ago? Maybe he was a part of the Justice Society or the All-Star Squadron. Anyway, I don't really know how superhero naming rights work, but if it's not trademarked or patented or copyrighted, I guess any of them are fair game. It was cool to see the Punisher back so soon, but guess who was missing in this issue? Yep, that's right, the Jackal. Now, I know I was focusing on his story, but the introduction of the tarantula is kind of important for an issue coming up, thus, I did this review. There are a couple other things that are mentioning, like, for instance, again, Aunt May's inheritance that caused the whole Doc Ock marrying her bit. We still don't know what that was about, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see next time when Spidey tries to get out of this mess. And the best way for you to see if Spidey does indeed get out of this mess is to subscribe. And why not like and share this video so all your friends and family will see it. And also, have a great day. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to see ya.